Hi, welcome to the director's cut of the hiking videos that I made this summer. I will be talking through some of the behind the scenes and other things that I didn't get to include in the video. Let's go. This is day 44 and we are in Mount Massive Wilderness, and that is in the Sawatch Range of Colorado.
It's day 44, hiking the Continental Divide Trail and Great Divide Trail combined.
Today I had to make a decision. Should I follow slide down the Silverthorn alternate, which is at a lower elevation, 30 miles shorter, and has 10,000 feet less climbing? Or do I stick to the main CDT and try to navigate 80 miles of snowy wilderness, probably completely on my own, including topping out at 14,000 feet on Greg's Peak? A local friend told me he had skied a nearby 14er last week and it was snow to the top.
So what I was trying to debate there was, if I were to do that, the main CDT, which goes through the Argentine Spine section and also Greg's Peak, it's pretty, it can be pretty dangerous terrain, and to do that alone in the snow without anybody else helping me set track, I knew I was going to be slower, and I knew I was going to be needing to carry a lot more food than I could probably pack into my pack. And also I was worried about the weight of the snowshoes slowing me down now that I didn't have another person to help me shoulder that load. I think if I had been hiking with Slide still, I might have considered doing that section had he wanted to do that section with me. But at that point, Slide was trying to make up time, and trying to find a way to get through and head north as fast as possible. And so he was not doing that route. He was doing the Silverthorn alternate, which was shorter, less climbing, faster, and also lower elevation, so hopefully less snow as well. And so, yeah, I just didn't feel like I could really rely upon myself to do that section safely with the amount of food that I would need to carry, and how slow I'd be able to do that section because of all the extra weight that I'd be carrying and the added physicality of setting all that track by myself without somebody else to shoulder that burden with me.
In the end, navigating and slipping and sliding around snow for several hours below 12,000 feet today, I decided I'd take the lower alternate. Those who know me know that's hard for me to do, taking what seems to be the easier option. Maybe I'm growing up. I think it's a matter of safety. I know I can't carry the weight of the food and gear I need for the slow pace I'd probably have to settle for if I'm setting track alone. The snow gear and extra layers I'm carrying is probably about 7 pounds or 3.2 kilos, which almost doubles my base weight. And I'd love to be able to drop some of this gear and save.
So what I wanted to show here is, like, look at the way that slope kind of slides like this. Like, to walk down that, you're kind of slipping and sliding. And so I was frequently like trying to walk down something that steep, and then I would slip because the snow would be soft, and then I would just slide on my butt down the little embankment there, essentially. And that's how I lost some things out of my side pockets as a result.
For terrain, such as my crampons and ice axe, so that I can move faster and then carry less food, assuming I'll make it through each section faster. In all the slipping and sliding and fall.
This section, I remember, you can see already the angle that my shoe is at here on this snow. It's like it was so much uneven ground in the snow, in the trees, in the forest there. And I remember I was following Slide's track, and I remember thinking, like, what are you doing? Why are you here? Like, this is, can we just go out there where it's open? Like, but I would rather have followed Slide's track as opposed to like setting my own track in a different area in case something else happened. I don't know. So I felt better about like sticking to Slide's track, but sometimes Slide's track was just so, I was like, what are you doing, dude?
I did this afternoon in the snow. I lost my cold soaked
This part was actually fine. Like, you can see it's not so sloped. It's actually fairly good here.
And spoon from my side pocket. It was lightly snowing today up top, which became a drizzle as I descended, so I picked the first place that looked dry-ish for camp. See you tomorrow.
Wow. It's interesting. As soon as I see that, I'm like, oh, I remember that campsite, It's amazing what these videos can do for you, remembering things. That's day 44.